Analyze the beam shown in figure by the moment distribution method. Draw BMD, SFD and elastic curve. Here this beam is subjected to a point load of 60 kilonewton at a distance of 2 meter from A and 100 kilonewton at a distance of 1 meter from B. The span of EB is 2 plus 3 plus 1, that is 6 meter, and in portion BC, B is on roller and C is on simple support and is subjected to a UDL of 30 kilonewton per meter over a length of 3 meter from support C, and a small portion of the beam is extended beyond the support from C to D, that is 2 meter, and is subjected to 30 kilonewton per meter UDL. Here he has not given any moment of inertia. That means the moment of inertia is constant throughout. That is, flexural rigidity of the material of the beam is constant throughout. Then you have to assume like that. The first step is, here one of the end is on hinged support and another end is on simple support and there is a overhang. In the previous example we have solved, one of the end is fixed and other end is on hinge. Now here both the ends are, one is hinged support and another one is a simple support. Both are discontinuous. With respect to B, if you consider A or C, both are discontinuous. Here first we have to calculate by considering all the supports as fixed supports. Then we have to calculate the fixed end moments. That is the first step. Here MFEB. Here there are two loads, one is 60 kilonewton and one is 100 kilonewton. Calculate the fixed end moment separately for the two loads and then by principle of superposition add them. That is MFEB equals, that is a point load, W AB square by L square. W is 60, A is 2, B is 4, L is 6. Hence that is minus 60 into 2 into 4 square divided by 6 square. That is for first point load. Similarly for the second point load, W is 100, A is 5, B is 1, L is 6. That is also anti-clockwise. The summation of those two is minus 67.22 kilonewton meter. Then similarly in the same way calculate the fixed end moment at end B. You know that the formula is W A square B by L square. Then MFBA, that is clockwise, for first point load 60, A is, that is 2 square into B, that is 4 divided by 6 square. For second point load, that is 100 into A square, that is 5 square, into B, that is 1 divided by L square, that is 6 square. That one is 96.11 kilonewton meter. Then for the next span BC, here this one is subjected to a UDL of 30 kilonewton per running meter, which starts from at a distance of 2 meter from B. Then we have to consider a small elemental portion of length dx at a distance x. Then the load in the elemental portion is given by W into dx. That one is 30 into dx as the point load. 30 into dx, that is imaginary point load acting at a distance of x from B, 5 minus x from the other end. That one is, here this distance is 5 minus x. This distance is 5 minus x. Here you have studied how to calculate the fixed end moment due to a point load. Here A is x, B is 5 minus x. Then you have to integrate. Here MFBC equals, that is anti-clockwise. That one is, here W is 30 dx, A is A equals x, B equals 5 minus x whole square. B square is 5 minus x whole square divided by L square, that is 5 square. If we integrate and if we simplify that, you will get the final moment as the fixed end moment as minus 29.6 kilonewton meter. Then similarly MFCB, that is W A square B by L square, that one is 5 minus x as B. A is x, that is 30 into dx into x square into 5 minus x divided by 5 square. The total length is 5. Then if we integrate and if we simplify by substituting the limits, here the limits of integration, x varies from, here x varies from, x starts from b, x varies from 2 to 5, 2 plus 3, that is 5, 2 to, here this is 2, this is 2 plus 3, 5. Here the total length is 5 meter, the limits are 2 to 5. In between 2 meter and 5 meter, the x varies. Then MFCB equals 51.3 kilonewton meter. Then the next step is, first you have to second step, that is here before that there is a overhang, convert that overhang into the resisting moment. Here cut this portion and then here the overhang C to D, that is 2 meter, C to D is 2 meter, it is subjected to 30 kilonewton meter. The actual moment is, that is clockwise, but we want the resisting moment or opposing moment, hence MCD equals minus 30 into 2 into, which is acting at half of the distance from either end, that one is minus 60 kilonewton meter, that is anti-clockwise. MCD equals anti-clockwise. The next step is to calculate the distribution factor. Distribution factor for the intermediate joints only. Here first we have to calculate, that is joint member. Here at B, two members are connected. At B, one is BA, one is BC. Similarly at C, two members are connected, one is CB and another one is CD. Here B, for joint B, member is BA and BC. Here the length of BA is 6 meter. Here if you observe this, with respect to B, A is not continuous or fixed, neither continuous nor fixed, hence you have to reduce K, that is 3/4 of I by L, that is 3/4 of I by 6, that one is 3 1 ja 3 2 ja, that is I by 8. Then similarly with respect to B, this one is the end support, C is the end support, BC is also non-continuous, that is non-continuous, that is the end support, that is hence that is on simple support. Here there is a hinged support, there is a simple support. If it is fixed, then that is K equals I by L. With respect to B, C is not continuous, hence that is on simple support, that is 3/4 of I by L. I is the moment of inertia, L is the length of that BC, that is 5 meter. Then 3 into I, 3I, 4 into 5, that is 3I by 20. Here the summation of these two, that is KBA plus KBC, that one equals summation K, that is 0.275, and the distribution factor, that is KBA divided by summation K, that one is 0.45. KBC equals distribution factor for BC, that is KBC divided by summation K, that one is 0.55. Next, joint C. Here two members are connected, one is CB and another one is CD. Here for C, if you consider C, B is continuous, there is a continuity, beyond B there is another support. Then here K equals I by L, with respect to C, this one is overhang, C to D, this one is overhang, there is no stiffness, hence for CB K equals I by L. L is 5 meter, hence that is I by 5. Summation K, that is I by 5 plus 0, that is 0.2 I. Then the distribution factor for CB is K divided by summation K, that one is 0.2 by 0.2, that one is 1. For the overhanged portion, there is no distribution factor. For this CD, there is no distribution factor, that is 0. Then the third step, you have to go for the third step, that is moment distribution table. Here, first draw the moment distribution table. That one is joint. Here, this one is A. At B, two members are connected. There are two members, one is BA and one is BC. At A, only one member, AB. At B, two members are connected, BA and BC. BA and BC. At C, two members are connected, one is CB, one is CD. Then at D, DC, that is D to C. Here, the distribution factor for AB, there is only one span, hence there is no distribution factor. For B, two members are connected, just now we have calculated, that is distribution factor for BA is 0.45, for BC that is 0.55. Then for C, CB that is 1, we have calculated. CD, there is no distribution factor for overhanged portion. DC, that is 0. Then the fixed end moment. Here we have calculated M of AB is 67.22, that we have to write. M of BA, that is 96.11, that we have to write here. Then M of BC, that is just now we have calculated, that is 29.70. And then for CB, that is 51.3, and for CD, that is minus 60. Here the end A is on hinged support. End A is on hinged support, hence the final moment at hinged support is 0. We have to release that moment by considering A as fixed end. By considering A as fixed end, we have written the fixed end moments. For that, here we have to release that moment. We have to make it 0, since that is hinged support. Then here the fixed end moment we have calculated is minus 67.22 by adding the moment of same magnitude with opposite sign, that is 67.22, to make it 0. Then release the moment, and 50% of this moment is carried from A to B, that is 50% of 67.22, that is 33.11. Again here the summation of these two is 0. We have to write the initial moment, this is 67.22 minus 67.22, this one is 0. 50% of the moment is carried from B to A to B, then 33.61. The summation is 129.72. This one is minus 29.7. This one is 51 point. There is no change. Here there is no change. Then at B, now it requires balance. Here we have to balance it, since the unbalanced moment is acting. Here at B, there is an unbalanced moment of, that is 129.72 minus 29.7, that is 100.02 is the unbalanced moment, that is plus 100.02. that we have to balance it by adding minus 100.02, that is minus 100.02 into 0.45, that one is minus 45, and 100.02 into 0.55, that one is minus 55.01. Here now, by observing these values, the summation of all these moments must be equal to 0. Otherwise, if you calculate here at joint B, the summation of BA and summation of BC must be equal to 0 after balancing. If that is not 0, then there is a mistake in your calculation. You have to recalculate. Here at C, already we have calculated the fixed end moment at CB as 51.3, and the resisting moment or opposing moment that is from overhanged portion, that one is minus 60. Here we have to balance this. Here minus 60 plus 51.3, that one is minus 8.7. To balance it, we have to add plus 8.70. Now the summation of all these moments must be equal to 0. Now there is a carryover from B to A. There is no carryover since this one is hinge. From B to C there is a carryover. There is a carryover since this one is continuity. There is a continuity. Or here there is no continuity because this is the end support. Then here 50% of the moment is carried from B to A, but here end A is on hinge, hence there is no carryover. From B to C there is a carryover. B to C there is a carryover, but this one is the end support, hence there is no carryover. That is not fixed support. That one is on simple support and it is end support. Here C to B, 50% of the moment is carried from C to B, that is 8.7 by 2, that is 4.35. You please remember this. If the end support is simple support or hinged support, no carryover. If the end support is fixed, then you have to carry the moment from B to C if the C is fixed. Here that is not fixed, that is the end support, hence there is no carryover. Then here again there is a moment of 4.35 is the unbalanced moment. There is a moment of 4.35 is the unbalanced moment, that we have to balance it by adding the moments of that is minus 4.35. Minus 4.35 is divided among these two members at the rate of 0.45 and 0.55. Here we will get minus 1.95 and minus 2.40. Again from B to A there is no carryover since that is end support, and from B to C there is no carryover since that is another end support. Then here the carryover, no carryover. Then final moments. Here if there is no carryover, then there is no need of balancing. Here the unbalanced moment at B and C are 0. Therefore by adding all these things in vertical column, here this one we have made it 0, hence this is the final moment is 0. Here by adding initial moment is 129.72 minus 45 minus 1.95, that one is 82.77. That one is positive, that means that is clockwise. Then here by adding moments in column BC, that is minus 82.77, that one is minus, means that is anti-clockwise. Similarly here this one is 60, by adding 51.3 plus 8.7 plus 0 that is 60, that is clockwise. Then here this one is the resisting moment. Here there is no need to calculate, simply that is leave it. Then here to draw the bending moment diagram for this one, we have to draw the bending moment diagram for this figure. Bending moment diagram. Here just now we have calculated the moment at this end is 0. The moment at this end is 0. This one is 0. Then here this one is 82.77. This one is here, this is anti-clockwise, this is clockwise, and this one is anti-clockwise. Just now we have calculated. This one is clockwise, that is 60. One is 60, that is in anti-clockwise. Then here to draw the support moment diagram, here first we have to draw the reference line AD, that is datum line or reference line AD. Then here we have to draw the ordinates with respect to this reference line. Here, by observing this, the moment at this point is 0. The moment at this point is 0. Here the moment at this point is 82.77. Here this one is by observing the arrow mark, that is hogging. We can represent the hogging moment above the reference line. And then here this is 82.77. The variation is a straight line. Join this by a straight line. Then here at C, this one is 60, that is clockwise, but by observing this and this both are hogging moments. Here hogging moment we can represent above the reference line. The ordinate, draw the ordinate of 60 kilonewton meter above the reference line, and then join these 2 points, that is 82.77 to 60. Then this variation is also a straight line. Now the span moments, that is simply supported span bending moments. Here the bending moment is 0. This is subjected to UDL of 30 kilonewton per meter. 30 into 2 into 1, that one is, the variation is parabolic, that is curve like this. Here hence I have shown this one as a curve. Then here this one is subjected to UDL. Only you have to consider this one as a simply supported beam. Then calculating the reaction, here the reactions are 27. One is 27, another one is 54, I think. Then you please calculate yourself. That one is 30 into 1.5, 30 into 3 into 1.5 divided by 5. You will get some value, that is 27. Here the bending moment is in simply supported beam. At the support the bending moment is 0. This one is, the reaction is 27 into 2. This one is a straight line. Here join this by a straight line. This one is the bending moment variation in this portion. There are no loads. Here from this point to this point, this one is a curve. This one is a second degree curve, that is parabolic. That one is 54. Then in this one is another simply supported beam subjected to 2-point loads. One is 60 kilonewton, one is 100 kilonewton. To draw the bending moment diagram, first you have to calculate the support reactions. The support reactions, that is 53 point something you will get. Here if you calculate this one is 53, this one is 56.66, this one is 103.33. Here 56.66 into 2, that one is 113.34. Here 103 is the reaction, 103.33 into 1 meter. This distance is 1 meter. Here at support the bending moment is 0. Below the point loads of 60 kilonewton, that one is 56.66 into 2, that one is 113.34. Here this one is 103.33 into 1. This is the bending moment ordinate. Here join these ordinates. Then here the variation is straight line. Here this one is positive bending moment, this one is negative bending moment. Here this is purely subjected to hogging. Here this portion is subjected to hogging. Here to draw the elastic curve, here this is subjected to sagging bending moment. This is subjected to up to this point. This one is subjected to sagging bending moment. Here the curvature is like this for sagging. Here there is a point of contraflexure. Then the bending moment changes from negative to positive. Here the remaining portion is subjected to hogging bending moment. Hence I have shown the elastic curve. This one is the elastic curve for this one. Now to draw the shear force diagram, here we have to consider this one as the beam. Here this is the your given B. Here to draw the shear force diagram for this, here summation of MB equals 0. By closing this portion, here by closing this portion, here this one is VA, this one is RB. Summation of MB equals 0. Only the LHS of this one, that is VA into 6, that is clockwise, 60 into 3 plus 1, that is anti-clockwise, 100 into 1, that one is again anti-clockwise. Here there is a resisting moment, that is moment at support, that one is anti-clockwise. Here we will get VA equals 42.87 kilonewton by closing this. Then summation of MB equals 0. Now we can close this portion. Then summation of MB equals 0. RHS. Here RC into 5, that one is anti-clockwise. 30 into total span is 5 meter, which is acting at 5 by 2, that is 2.5 plus 2. Then here the summation of these two moments must be equal to 0. One is plus 60, one is minus 60. Then here there is a resisting moment. This one is 82.77. That one is anti-clockwise. Then by this equation you will get RC equals 118.44. Then summation of MA equals 0 by summation of taking the moments of all the forces about A equals 0. Then you will get RB into 6. That one is anti-clockwise. Then take the moments of all the forces from the right side, that is 30 into 5 plus 2.5 plus 2, 30 into 5 into 2.5 plus 2 plus 6. Then here the reaction RC 118.45 into 4 plus 4, 5 plus 6, that one is anti-clockwise. Then 100 into 5, that one is clockwise. 60 into 2, that is clockwise. Here we will get RB. Then the shear force variation is, here if you consider the left upward forces as positive, here 42.87, this one is left upward is positive. Here it remains constant. Minus 60, that one is minus 17.13. Here because of the point load, here it remains constant. Minus 17.13 minus 100, that one is minus 117.13. Then this remains constant. Here there is a support reaction VB, that one is RB 148, that one is 170 minus 117.13 plus 148.68, that one is 31.55. Here up to 2 meter this remains constant. Here there is a UDL of 30 kilonewton per meter. Then the shear force varies in a straight line. 31.55 minus 30 into 3, that one is 58.45 at point C. Then again there is a reaction RC, that is 118 minus 58.45 plus 118.45, that one is 60. Here the shear force variation 60 minus